Good morning, dear students. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I hope all of you are fine. All of you start your attendance in chat.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Are you fine?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Anil raised the hand. Is there any problem? Anil Gautam,
Yes, sir.
do you have any problem?
No, sir.
You raised the hand.
No, sir. By mistakenly. No, sir. I haven't raised my hand. Now I have raised my hand, sir.
It was raised and I lowered that
Good
one.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you, sir? Fine.
Yes, I am fine. What about you?
I'm also fine, sir.
Okay, so all of you continue your attendance. Whenever you join the class, at first go to chat and write present sir. Now we are going to move forward. Last week we started this topic on Thursday and we discussed about some topics related to statistics. That means we discussed about line graph, pie chart, histogram, as well as cumulative frequency curve, that is OGIV. These four topics we discussed last week. Rosani raised the hand. Is there any problem, Rosani? So I did not heard any sound. If any problem comes, you may unmute yourself and say it to me directly. Okay? Or you may raise hand. That's your choice. So after these four topics, we have to discuss some more topics. Those are related to measure of central tendency. Okay? So today we are going to discuss about central tendency, as well as we will start our exercise 18.1, which is related to statistics. And in measure of central tendency, we'll discuss about mean, similarly median, after that mode, and then about quartiles. Okay, so let's move to mean now. It is generally called arithmetic mean, not mean only, or its meaning, general meaning in short or in one sentence is average in one word. It is also known as average and denoted by x bar, just dash above the x. And for different type of data, for individual type of data, discrete type of data, and for continuous type of data, formula to calculate mean are different. First one, arithmetic mean of individual series. Individual means if data is given in form of 1 to 1, that means by using comma, एक एक गरी डाटाहरू दिएको छ, बीचमा कमाहरू युज गरिएको छ, that is individual type of data. And for individual type of data, formula to calculate mean is x bar is equal to summation x divided by small n. Just remember this one. यो चाहिँ एकदम ध्यान दिनुपर्ने कुरा. Always for individual data, either for calculating mean or for median or for quartiles, we must use small n here. Is this clear to you all? Individual type of data को लागि जुनसुकै भ्यालु क्याल्कुलेट गर्दा mean, median, mode या quartiles जेसुकै क्याल्कुलेट गर्दा पनि n हामीले small n युज गर्नुपर्छ. This is the total number of data. Okay, for individuals data or individual series, we must use small n. Next one, for arithmetic mean of discrete series. Discrete series, that means data which is tabled. Class interval nadikana directly for a data. For example, age, number of student with age 15 years, 15-year age bhayeka studentहरु, 16-year age bhayeka studentहरु, number of student with age 17 years, those are tabulated with their frequency. कति जना छन् पछाडिपट्टि number of student पनि लेखेको छ, अगाडिपट्टि age हरु लेखेको छ. त्यो discrete type of data भयो. For discrete type of data, formula used is x bar is equal to summation fx by n. Just look at this difference between individual and discrete series. Individual मा हामी small n use गर्छौं भने discrete data मा हामी capital N use गर्छौं. Okay, and in place of x there is fx, frequency times the data, summation fx divided by n. Similarly for continuous series, भनेको class interval दिएको data हो. For example 0 to 5 यति जना छन्, 5 to 10 यति छन्, 10 to 15 एउटा interval को बीचमा दिएको data. That is continuous type of data. And for that also we are going to use capital N here for total number of frequencies. And in place of x, माथिको formula मा discrete series को लागि summation fx by n थियो भने continuous मा summation fm by n आयो. I think these are not new for you. You have learned these in previous class also, grade 8. Just these are going to revise to you. Okay. So next one is median. Median is the point or the data which divides given whole data into two equal parts. Two equal parts. Remember this point. Two equal part भनेको कुनै दुईटा डाटालाई दुईटा इक्वल पार्टमा डिवाइड गर्ने कतिवटा पोइन्ट हुन्छ? If you have one pencil, if you have, for example, if you have one pencil and if you want to divide that pencil into two equal parts, from how many points you have to break down that pencil? एउटा पेन्सिललाई दुईटा इक्वल पार्ट बनाउनु छ भने कति ठाउँबाट भाँच्नु पर्छ? One only. One only. That point is median.
Yes, sir.
Simple example यसरी बुझ्दा हुन्छ. हामीसँग एउटा चक छ, पेन्सिल छ, or we have a stick. We want to divide that into two equal parts, and the point which divides that into two equal parts, that is median. Okay. So for any given data, the value which divides the given data into two equal parts is median. Okay. It is denoted by m and d at suffix. D अलिक तल छ यहाँ, m भन्दा अलिक तल छ, राइट तिर छ. Okay. This is the symbol to denote median. And for median, while calculating median for individual type of data, I already said to you that for individual data we must use small n. For other discrete and continuous data we have to use capital N. त्यही काम हामी यहाँ पनि गर्छौं. But for median, given data is arranged into ascending order at first. Mean calculate गर्नको लागि दिएको डाटालाई कुनै टाइपले अरेन्ज गर्नु पर्दैन, जस्तो छ त्यस्तै डाटा हामी युज गर्न सक्छौं. We may use given data as it is, but for calculation of median यति ध्यान दिनु पर्यो. मीन को लागि डाटालाई जस्ताको त्यस्तै हामीले युज गर्छौं. For median, we have to arrange the given data in ascending order. That means from smaller one to greater one. So after arranging the given data from smaller one to greater one, then we have to use the formula for individual series. Median MD. Median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th item. This is the formula. Similarly, for discrete data, median is equal to capital N plus 1 by tooth item. And about continuous data, you will learn in optional mathematics or in grade 10. जो optional mathematics student छौ, continuous data को median calculate गर्ने process optional math में पढ्छौ या 10 class में गएर mathematics में पढ्छौ. Okay, who are not optional math students. So we will calculate median of individual data as well as discrete data only for here in grade 9 compulsory mathematics, but mean for all three type of data. Okay, after this mean and median, next one we have to calculate in measure of central tendency is mode. Simple meaning of mode is which is seen in the mass mostly. Kunai mass. For example, your class, now you are 55 students here. अब यो 55 स्टुडेन्टहरु एउटै क्लासमा छौ. In the same class, out of 55 students, if most of you are using black colored jacket, चिसो टाइम छ, most of you are using black colored jacket inside the class. Now I am unable to see you because it is virtual class. If we are in physical class, क्लासमा हुँदाखेरि त्यो क्लासमा most of you are using black jacket use गरेको छौ भने त्यतिखेर when I enter in your class, I will say that the student of this class are wearing black jacket, isn't it? For example, 55 बाट 20 ले मात्रै पनि black jacket use गर्यो भने धेरै देखिन्छ क्लासमा. Other are wearing different jackets. Some are wearing yellow, some are wearing green, some are wearing red. And I found that near about 20 students are wearing black jackets. That means it seems a lot. Mostly it looks like most of the students are wearing black jacket. That is the mode. जुन चाहिँ सबभन्दा बढी छ. Okay? Is this meaning clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it is clear, for individual data and for continuous type of data, we can say that for individual type of data, directly by looking at data, खाली डाटा में हेरेर मात्रै पनि थाहा भइहाल्छ. Okay, only by looking at data also, which one is repeated mostly, कुन भ्यालु सबभन्दा बढी पटक रिपिट भएको छ, that is the mode. If data is not individual, it is discrete type of data. Discrete type of data हो भने, at that case we have to check the frequency. Discrete type of data table मा हुन्छ. Table मा एकातिर x हुन्छ, अर्कोतिर frequency हुन्छ, data as well as their number, and which have most of the frequency, जसको frequency सबभन्दा बढी छ, that one is the mode. Okay, so simply I have written same thing here. Mode of the individual data is the mostly repeated value, whereas mode of discrete data is value with highest frequency. Highest frequency भन्नुको मतलब पनि त्यो सबभन्दा बढी पटक रिपिट भएको छ भन्ने हो. Okay, so here also, as like median, we are not going to calculate mode of continuous data here. Either in optional math or in grade 10 you will calculate mode of the continuous data. So now we are going to quartiles. Do you know the meaning of quartiles or forget? You have learned this in previous class also. क्वार्टाइल्स को बारेमा 8 क्लासमा पनि हामीले पढाएको थियौं. Did you forget or remember? Please unmute your mic and say it. Biswaraj Kapadi. What you know about quartiles? Vishwaraj Kapadi, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you know about quartiles? Don't know?
No,
Okay,
sir.
okay, no problem if you don't know. Others? Praveen Bhandari? Praveen Bhandari, are you hearing me? I'm just asking this to you
Yes, sir.
because we learned this in grade
Yes, sir.
8 also. Do you know about it?
No, sir. I have not listened, but I search in Google that it divides the point into 4 equal parts.
Okay.
Quintiles.
That means forget.
Maybe, sir.
So quartiles are the points which divides the given data into 4 equal parts. Quartile, quarter भने थाहा छ, 1 quarter means fourth part. Similarly, quartiles means the values which divides the given data into 4 equal parts. Okay, simple meaning in one sentence. त्यस्तो भ्यालुहरू जसले दिएको डाटालाई 4 वटा इक्वल पार्टमा बाँड्छन्. So again I am giving same example to you. If you have one pencil and you want to divide that into 4 equal parts, त्यसलाई 4 वटा इक्वल पार्टमा बाँड्नु छ भने कति ठाउँमा पेन्सिललाई ब्रेक गर्नुपर्छ?
2.
2. दुईटा ठाउँबाट भाँच्दाखेरि 4 वटा इक्वल पार्ट हुन्छ त?
3टा.
No, sir. 3 times.
3 times. We have to break that pencil from
एउटाबाट
3
दुईटा,
places.
दुईटाबाट.
3टा पोइन्टबाट ब्रेक गर्दाखेरि 4 वटा पार्टमा डिभाइड हुन्छ. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So there are total 3 quartiles. Divide गर्नुपर्ने 4 वटा पार्टमा. जस्तो medianमा we said we have to divide the pencil into 2 parts. Then point of breakdown is 1 only. दुईटा पार्टमा डिभाइड गर्नु छ भने एउटा पोइन्ट हुन्छ. त्यसै गरी 4 वटा पार्टमा डिभाइड गर्नु छ भने 3 वटा पोइन्ट्स हुन्छ. And those 3 points are the quartiles. The points which divides the given data into 4 equal parts are quartiles, and there are total 4 quartiles. So I said same thing here. Quartiles are 3 values dividing the given data into 4 equal parts. First one is the first quartile, or called lower quartile, which divides the given data in the ratio 1:3. First part मा 3 हुन्छ अनि बचेको पार्ट 1 part हुन्छ र remaining part 3 parts हुन्छ. Similarly, 25:75, it is in percentage. फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइलले दिएको डाटालाई अगाडिपट्टि 25% हुने गरी र पछाडिपट्टि 75% हुने गरी डिभाइड गर्छ. These two things are clear or not?
Yes,
Clear.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
4 वटा पार्टमा डिभाइड गर्दा त्यही भनेको यो 1 र 3 टोटल 4 पार्ट्स हुन्छ. 1 पार्ट अगाडि हुन्छ, 3 पार्ट पछाडि फर फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल, और इट इज अल्सो कॉल्ड लोअर क्वार्टाइल. Okay. Next one, second quartile. Second quartile is also called median. Median भन्ने बित्तिकै बुझिहाल्यो होला, एकछिन अगाडि हामीले पढिसकेका छौं. Second quartile,
Yes, sir.
median, which divides the data into 2 equal parts or into 250%. त्यसको median को अगाडि पनि 50% डाटा हुन्छ, median भन्दा पछाडि पनि कति हुन्छ? 50% डाटा. Similarly, third quartile or upper quartile divides the given data in the ratio 3:1. जस्तो पेन्सिललाई 4 पार्ट्समा डिभाइड गर्दैछौँ भने अगाडिपट्टि 3 पार्ट्स हुने भयो, त्यसको पछाडि 1 पार्ट. That is the third quartile. Or it divides the data into 75% at first and 25% at the last part. पछाडि 25%, अगाडिपट्टि 75% हुने गरी डिभाइड गर्छ. So again we have to learn the formula for quartiles also. So for first quartile of individual data, Q1, it is denoted by Q1. जसरी median लाई MD भनेको थियौं, X bar mean को लागि युज गरेका थियौं, त्यसैगरी quartiles को लागि फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइलको लागि Q1 युज हुन्छ and its formula is small n plus 1 divided by fourth item. Bharkari, for just few minutes ago you have learned about the median. Median मा n plus 1 by 2th item थियो. एकअर्कासँग रिलेट गरेर रिमेम्बर गर्ने कोसिस गर. Median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th item थियो भने फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइलको लागि के आयो n plus 1 by 4th item. It is for individual, so here is small n. Similarly, for discrete data, formula will be same, just in place of small n there will be capital N. अब यो क्वार्टाइलमा पनि जसरी हामीले मिडियनमा के भनेको थियौं, we must arrange the given data into ascending order. Similarly, for quartiles also we must arrange the data into ascending order. Okay, so these are similar type of data as well as similar type of calculation. क्वार्टाइल जुन हामी मेजर अफ सेन्ट्रल टेन्डेन्सी भित्र क्याल्कुलेट गर्छौं, मिडियन क्याल्कुलेट गर्ने प्रोसेस र फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल एज वेल एज थर्ड क्वार्टाइल क्याल्कुलेट गर्ने प्रोसेस सेम हो. सो अलवेज गिवन डाटा इज अरेन्ज्ड इन्टु ascending order. After that we have to use this formula for individual data. यो फर्मुला युज गरिसकेपछि लास्टमा जस्तो फर एक्जाम्पल फिफ्थ आइटम आयो, यहाँनिर 9 plus 1 9 plus 1 no, fifth item for 19 we need 19 plus 1 20 20 divided by 4 5. Fifth item भनेको त्यो डाटामा हामीले हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ फिफ्थ आइटम कुन हो, कमा 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 गरेर डाटा लेखिएको हुन्छ, त्यो डाटामा हामीले फिफ्थ आइटम चेक गर्नुपर्छ. दैट इज आवर फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल. Similarly, for quartile of discrete data, we must calculate the CF table, cumulative frequency table. Just on last Thursday, while reading about cumulative frequency curve, OGIB को बारे में discuss करदा cumulative frequency table हामीले draw गरेका थियौं. Similarly, here for discrete data, for individual data, we must arrange the given data into ascending order. For discrete data, we must construct the cumulative frequency table. यसको लागि cumulative frequency table बनाउनु पर्छ. Cumulative frequency table बनाइसकेपछि यो फर्मुला युज गर्ने हो, Q1 is equal to n plus 1 by 4th item. त्यसपछि यो जति आयो cumulative frequency को यो आएको भ्यालु फ्रन्ट साइडमा हेरेर हामीले फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल Q1 क्याल्कुलेट गर्न सक्छौं. ओके, and I did not included the formula for second quartile because it is median. Median को formula अघि हामीले पढिसक्यौं एकछिन अगाडि. Okay, so I am including the formula for third quartile only. यहाँ किन राखेन भने मैले why I said it is no formula of second quartile.
Because it's median and we have already done.
Already we learned about it in previous slide. So for third quartile of individual data, formula used is Q3 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 by 4th item. It's easy to remember. Q1 को लागि n plus 1 by 4th item छ भने Q3 को लागि 3 times n plus 1 by 4th item. Same thing is there for Q3, there is 3 times n plus 1 by 4th item. This is the formula for third quartile of individual data. And for third quartile of discrete data, Q3 is equal to 3 times capital N plus 1 by 4th item. And I already said for individual data, we must arrange the data into ascending order. For discrete data, we must construct cumulative frequency table, CF table draw गरेर त्यसपछि यो फर्मुला युज गर्छौं. Okay, now these are the discussion of the things and formula which we have to discuss here in exercise also. Exercise मा यो कुराहरु हामी गर्ने हुनाले यो कुराहरु डिस्कस गरेको. Now let's move to our exercise, and simple things are given here in first question. The data of the number of goals secured in 30 football matches is given below. Represent it in table. So just I am giving idea for it to you. Yeah, 1 गोल एउटा म्याचमा 1 गोल भयो, अर्को म्याचमा 0 गोल नै भएन, नेक्स्ट म्याच 2 गोल्स, फोर्थ म्याच 3 गोल्स। यो एउटा म्याचमा कतिवटा गोलहरू भयो भने टोटल यहाँ 30 वटा डाटाहरू दिएको छ। मिनिमम नम्बर अफ गोल्स आर 0, द्याट मिन्स नो गोल्स वेयर सेक्युर्ड इन द म्याच। गोल भएन भने त्यहाँ पेनाल्टी प्रोसेस भयो होला। एन्ड 1 गोल फर दिस म्याच। यहाँ कतिवटा छन्, एउटा, दुईटा, 3, 4 and 5. In 5 matches, goal secured is 5 and 0. I already said 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 matches, there were no goals. No goals were secured for 6. 6 goal हुने म्याचहरू 1, 2. Only in 2 matches there were 6 goals. It is said to represent it in table. So simple process to represent it in table is this one. For 0 goal, number of football matches are 4. Goals are represented by X and football matches are represented by F. कतिवटा फुटबल म्याच
Okay,
त्यस्तो भए जसमा गोल नै सेक्युर भएन, 0 goals, those are 4. Similarly, count it. यो आफै काउन्ट गरेर हेर त, number of football matches where there were 1 goals. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Similarly, the football matches with 2 goals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 वटा म्याचमा 2 गोल्सहरू सेक्युर भएको रहेछ, 2टा गोल हानेको रहेछ। And now tell it, just count and tell it from the screen or from your book. 3टा गोल हुने म्याच कति छन्? Check it fast and tell it to me.
3.
3 only?
4.
3. Yes.
4, sir. 4.
Enough you say?
4, sir.
So, to confirm it,
Yes, sir. 4.
1, 2,
2,
3,
3, 4.
4. Okay. And others you can complete it. And total number of football matches यहाँ लास्टमा यो सबै फ्रिक्वेन्सीहरू एड गरेर 30 आउनु पर्यो। Either you did mistake or you are right to check it. यतापट्टिको फ्रिक्वेन्सीहरू सबै एड गरेर 30 आयो कि आएन, that we have to check. Is this
Yes,
clear?
sir. Yes, sir.
So let's move
Yes, sir.
to 2 number also. Just I am going to do few steps for you. यहाँ पनि त्यस्तै डाटाहरू दिएको छ, जस्तो 37% को हेल्थ क्याम्पमा पल्स रेटहरू चेक गरेको भनेको छ। There were 37% whose pulse rate were checked in health camp, and we have to represent this data into frequency distribution table by taking class interval 50 to 55. यस्तो डाटालाई यो हामीले के भन्छौँ त? कन्टिन्युअस डाटा। जो अहिले भर्खरै
Continuous
प्रिभियस
data, yes.
टेबलमा यो यहाँनिर डिस्कस गर्यौं। दिस टेबल इज डिस्क्रिट डाटा। माथि दिएको इन्डिभिजुअल डाटा हो, गिवन डाटा इन फर्म अफ कमा। इन क्वेशन इज इन्डिभिजुअल डाटा. The table constructed by us is discrete data.
Discrete data.
Okay. Similarly, this question is also given in form of individual data,
Individual
and it is
data.
said to make it continuous data. यो दिएको individual data लाई continuous data बनाऊ भनेको। त्यसैले अब 50 देखि 55 बीचमा कतिवटा छन् भनेपछि from 50 to 55 we have to count the numbers which are from 50 up to 54. 55 यसमा काउन्ट हुँदैन है। 55 इज काउन्टेड फर 55 to 60. 55 to 60 मा काउन्ट हुन्छ 55. Similarly, 55 to 60 we have to count the numbers from 55 to 59 only. 60 is counted in next one. Just remember this one, it's important. What I said, 55 is counted in the list of 55 to 60. Similarly, 60 is counted in the list of 60 to 65. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
55 को लिस्टमा 54 सम्म मात्रै काउन्ट हुन्छ. So in its solution also, just count before looking at this table. 50 देखि 55 सम्मका कतिवटा नम्बरहरू छन् हेर त? 52. It lies between 50 to 55. 50 to 55 को बीचमा पर्ने नम्बर हो 52. 1. Next one.
51.
2.
4. And 53.
3.
53. 4. 3.
Next, this one is 4.
and
So there are total
Four.
4
Only four.
values which lies between 50 to 55.
55.
From 50 to 55, there are 4 numbers. Similarly, 55 to 60, I counted and found there are 8 numbers. Those lies
8.
between 55 to 60. Now count these. 60 to 65, please. First, 60 देखि 65 भित्र पर्ने नम्बरहरु कतिवटा छन् फास्ट काउन्ट गर त
5.
5.
Yes, sir. 5.
5.
6.
5,
6
sir.
वटा छन् sir.
Others also
think.
check it and confirm.
1.
65
Seven.
6 वटा कसरी होला रे
7.
1.
7.
1.
60 to 65, 1.
2. As a 1. That's 65. 2.
No,
61, 3.
65 is counted in 65
60 देखि 65 भने
50.
5, sir.
65 यसमा
So that's
काउन्ट
5
हुँदैन.
5, sir.
Okay,
He counted the 65.
5 or 7?
5, sir. 5.
5. Okay, and complete this table. That's your work. Okay, and
Okay, sir.
question number 2 is completed. Remaining things are your homework. Question number 4. For question number 3, just check example 2 or 3. There is similar type of question as like question number 3, and you'll easily complete this one. Okay, so we are moving to question number 4 now. Near about 2-minute time is remaining, so we'll finish the things which is possible for us today, and remaining things we'll complete tomorrow. Okay, one table is given here. In the table, districts Jhapa, Morang, Dhanusa, Kathmandu and Kavre, 5 districts, as well as production of rice in these districts. Jhapa ma kati rice production huncha, Morang ma, Dhanusa, Kathmandu and Kavre, these are given in metric ton, and we have to represent this data into pie chart or circular diagram. So process to construct circular diagram is, at first we have to construct this table with degrees. टेबल में हामीले यो जुन माथि दिएको टेबल छ यिनै भ्यालुहरुलाई डिग्रीज मा कन्भर्ट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. ओके, झापा 1500, मोरङ, एन्ड एड दिज एट फर्स्ट. जस्ट रिमेम्बर द प्रोसेस. यो सबै एड गरेर कति भयो? इट इज 6000. ओके, and now while finding degrees, this 1500 is divided by 6000 and it is multiplied by 360 degree. In this way we will get these angles, and sum of these angle is 360 degree. By using these degrees, at first draw circle and draw one line. This is 90 degree, 72 degree, and this is another degree which we calculated there. यो सबै भ्यालुहरु पुट गरे यस्तो टाइपको एउटा सर्कुलर डायग्राम बन्छ. We'll discuss how to draw it tomorrow. This much for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.